Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is your girl Katie, and this video is going to be based on the video that I made before. So if you have not seen it, go ahead and check that video out, or I'll just put it in this video at the bottom so you can get a glimpse. But if you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it, and then what I'm going to speak about will make sense to you. So let's get into that. So before I get started, all praise, all honor, all glory belongs to God, because without him, it would not be possible. And the other thing I want to say, I want to quote two scriptures out of many that is in the Bible about your words. And one of them, I'm not sure which one it is, but it says, by your words you shall be condemned, and by your words you shall be justified. And the other one, which is a very popular one, I think this one is in Proverbs. It says that in life is in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. And the reason why I mentioned these two scriptures is because it was just a conversation, a word that kind of landed to me up to this point. So let me first just get that out there. And then the other thing I want to speak about is when I mentioned in my previous video that I found out that I was pregnant through a dream. That's what I want to speak about. And then I also want to speak about the pros, which is not really much pros, but the pros and cons that comes with the gestational diabetes that I've mentioned in my video also. So we're going to also speak about that part, because that is playing a major role in my diet right now. Okay, so about the dream. Let me just go back to the words that was spoken. So earlier on during my relationship with my husband, we spoke about having kids because I already have 3 kids. And I'm like, you only got one more shot, and that one shot will have to be 2. So that's where that word was established about the idea of even having twins, because we had a deal, and I was like, you better pray to God and ask God for him to give you 2 at once, because you're only getting one shot. I'm only getting pregnant one time, and that's it. So that, I feel like that is a big part of the reason why I ended up now with twins. So by your words you shall be condemned, and by your words you will be justified. And whatever you speak life into, that is what's going to happen. That's what God's going to hold you accountable for. So after maybe about a week after he got here, or 2 weeks, I ended up feeling cramps, and I had just finished my period. So I'm like, there's no way I should be feeling cramps. But I'm guessing that those cramps were from implantation. I'm pretty sure you guys know that when something is being fertilized or whatever. I think that's what it meant. So I started feeling cramps and all that, and I was like, nah, this is weird. But then I was at work. I can remember I was at work one night, and I dozed off a little bit. And when I dozed off, and the reason why I'm giving insight on this dream is for you guys to really pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to every details, how it makes you feel after you come out of a dream, because God really speaks to you through dreams, and there's nothing that happened in your life that he hasn't showed you or told you about. Whether it's through dreams, whether it's through a meme, a video that was posted somewhere, he's always speaking. But if we're not listening, we won't hear. So always pay attention to your dream. So in this dream, I was just talking to a group of people. These are people from my family or family friends, and in it, a specific person was asking me, hey, when are you gonna have the 5th kid? And I was like, 5th kid? I only have 3 kids, because I have 3 girls right now. So I'm like, I don't have a 4th child to be going to a 5th child. And I just woke up out of the dream, and immediately I figured this is probably a confirmation that I am pregnant, because why would that person ask me about a 5th kid when I only have 3? So that was a confirmation for me to know. And if you are somebody that studies your dream, you will know sometimes in certain situation what it means. So that's how I got my confirmation that I was. And then maybe a few weeks back, I had another dream, because whatever you meditate on, whatever you think about, especially before going to bed, that in your dreams is what's going to be manifested. So I was thinking about, what if it's twins or not? Because we've been talking about twins. I didn't even know why that came to my mind about, yeah, it possibly could be twins. No, I do know, because most people that I've been watching before I found out that I was pregnant, they were having twins, and I'm like, that's weird. How is everybody getting twins? And then I was like, what if I'm gonna have twins? So I went to my bed another time, and I was meditating on, like, God really giving me an answer, a confirmation as to if it's one or if it's two. And then boom, I went to sleep. I had a dream that I was at my friend's house and we were cooking, and I was asking my husband what does he want to eat. And he was like, he doesn't know. So my friend said we had that in the dream. My friend was like, yeah, you can make fish. We have fish in the fridge. And when I opened the fridge to take out something to cook, it was 2 sealed fish in a container. 2 sealed fish. And I was putting the fish in the oven. And I immediately woke up out of that dream, and I immediately know that, yeah, this is the confirmation, because fish, we all know, is souls. And to the fact that it was 2 of them, and I was already thinking about if it's twins or not. It was 2 of them, and I was putting them in the oven. And we know the phrase, when you're pregnant, they say you got a bun in the oven. But this time it was a fish, 2 in the oven. So that was my confirmation for me to know that, yeah, this is twins. So let me just put this out there. Whatever you ask God for, he shows it to you. Whatever you desire, he'll show it to you. He'll give you your answers. You just need to be still, and you really need to be genuine about it and consistent about it. Because even up to the genders I saw in my dream for confirmation, God has never failed me, and he will never fail me. He will always give you the answers. So whatever you want to manifest, whatever you desire, whatever it is, it'll come through. Just say the word, whether you write it down, whether you think about it, put it in the back of your subconscious mind, and it will happen by faith in God, of course. Now, this gestational diabetes is kicking my butt, simply because it changed up my whole diet completely, and it makes me so frustrated, because like I've said in the previous video, you have to be taking your blood sugars 4 times. This is just a beginning stage. If it's uncontrollable, they have to give you medication for it, because it can affect your baby. It can affect your baby in major ways, where they will have complication. You will go through preterm labor, or you will even have stillbirth. And this can possibly remain with you after you have your kids. So it's very important for moms out there that if you failed your first glucose test, go and do the 3-hour one, because I would have found out about this a long time ago if I wasn't so stubborn. But with the gestational diabetes, you can't really have too much carbs. You can't really have things that contains too much sugar, too much added sugar. It'll raise your sugar to a max. And I don't only have 1 placenta, I have 2, because my twins are fraternal. So that makes me at a higher risk. Twin pregnancy in general, you're at high risk for everything. For high blood pressure, for sugar, for preeclampsia, all of that, because you're not only carrying 1, you're carrying 2, and your hormones, your organs, everything that is in you, it's all increased. So even when you're taking prenatal, you have to take extra folic acid. I have to be taking extra folic acid, aspirin, so my blood pressure can be regulated, so it doesn't go high. And I also have to be taking iron, because my red blood cells were low. And what else am I taking? I think those are what I'm taking for now. So now I definitely have to keep watching what I eat, because then if I don't, my blood sugar goes sky high. No, I'm Caribbean, and our foods are not normally healthy. So it contains a lot of sugar. So I had to cut out majority of the things that I eat just for my sugar to be regulated. So if you ate and it's over an hour, your blood sugar, if it's over 140, then it's normal. Then it's okay. No, it's high. But then if it's over 2 hours and it's over 120, it's too high. Because during pregnancy, how they consider your blood sugar to be high is different from a regular person. So a regular person, 120 would be okay, but during pregnancy, 120 is not. So now I'm like, sometimes I get really scared to even eat something, because I know it's going to trigger my blood sugar to be super high, and I don't want that, because then I'm going to have to start taking medication for it to be good. Because especially when it gets close to my labor, I have to make sure that this blood sugar is under control and it is good. So I know a lot of women out there, they have gestational diabetes. Maybe how they eat, they can regulate theirs, but I am having a very hard time regulating mine. As soon as it's normal, then I eat something, it goes up. And the other thing that bothers me also with it is, like, even if you don't eat, when you decide not to eat, your body still produces enough insulin for you, so your blood sugar still ends up being high. Like my fasting blood sugar, which is the blood sugar, the test that you do in the morning before you eat, it's always high, because majority of the time during the night I don't eat. And I would think that it would have been low, but no, when your body sees that you're not eating, it starts producing insulin, which makes it very high. So even if you decide in the morning you're gonna have a good meal, it's gonna raise your sugar on top of it already being raised. So that is just my frustration with it. But in general, there's options. You can take medication, that's oral medication, or you can take insulin. I haven't taken any oral or insulin, because they checked mine and they see that it can be adjusted through my dieting, but it is extremely hard, and every time that it just brings frustration. And this is the other thing, during pregnancy there is a lot of thinking, and I'm guessing it's hormones and stuff, but you're really going through a warfare during pregnancy, because the way that you think and the people that surround you during your pregnancy is what I believe is the outcome of postpartum after the pregnancy. And I know a lot of women know what I'm talking about. The thoughts that comes to you, the scares that comes to you, especially because you have a baby, you don't know what's going on in there, and then thoughts will come to you, and if you agree with some of those negative thoughts, your fears will come. Whatever you tell your brain, your body does. Always remember that. So be careful not to rush, not to fret, not to be frustrated. I'm trying to do that also, so it won't affect or impact me or my child in a negative way. But this is all I have for you guys for today. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will post every other day, every 2 days. It depends on how it is, because I do go to work. I'm still working, and it's just for me to find the time and the patience to do all this so I can be in front of you guys and do a video. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys another time.